Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Testaholics with Willie. I'm Willie, and today I'm going to show you some things that I got at an antique store. We're going to see if we can do something with them. I got a bunch of these old miniature stoves. They actually work. I think they, some of them, if they're real, are like salesman models. They'd use these miniature ones to carry around with them to sell the bigger version, just to show the customer actually what it was. And if it actually has the top pieces are missing, so I need to do something, find something that'll fit in there. Maybe I'll find the real deal. But this one seems kind of real because it's riveted at the bottom. It's a rivet that goes through. There's no, and it's all cast iron, the whole thing. So that one might be real. This one might be a real antique too. It has a square screw on the bottom, or a bolt nut, I mean. And there's actually a slotted screw holding it all together. It might be a reproduction, but these little stoves are pretty cool. I got a bunch of pieces. So they actually have like a little mantle that goes on the back that would hide the stove pipe, and you could put your irons on them. And I got this little thing that came with the whole bin, and it looks like something that would set on top of the stove. I don't know, something like that. But then I got thinking maybe that's what they used to like put in there for a heater element. Maybe they put something in that little hole there and then lit it because there's a little vent hole in the bottom too. I don't know what it is. I just bought this little bin because I thought it was neat, and it came with a couple other wood stoves. Here's one here. It's just a miniature wood stove. It's not actually a cooking stove, but it's a wood stove. It's got the little vents in the bottom. And there's actually a couple smaller ones that I had, and those ended up going in my daughter's dollhouse. I'd show you those, but this is the same thing. It's just bigger. And I got the idea of, I want to make it work. So there's a little hole here, and it's not big enough for a chimney, I don't think. So what I'm thinking of doing is taking, I got a piece of this black pipe here, and I think I'm gonna fashion a chimney on there. You know, drill a hole. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna go outside. I might have to grind this this nub off here. Grind that off so that the tube will fit down in. And I'm gonna make a chimney. And we're gonna see if we can't get this to work. We're just gonna build a small fire inside a small stove. Get the smoke coming out of the chimney. Let's see if it'll work. I hope it'll work. Why not, right? Alright, so see you outside. I'm going to go grab some tools, and I'm going to bring you along with me through all this process, and we can see if we can make this happen. Alright, so we're outside in the lovely weather. It's like 70 degrees out today, and we got our little miniature stove that I'm sure is not supposed to be a working wood stove, but we're gonna make it work. So first thing I'm gonna do is take the top off with this little screw. So I'll take that off, point you down here at my little workstation. Oh, the door fell off. We might have to address that. Oh, a little pin fell out. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna take this screw out. zoom in, take this out. So, just remove this screw. If I can. And hopefully there's a flat spot on the other side. Okay, there is. So we'll set that aside for now. So the pieces. And then, see, we have a nice flat surface here to work with, so I can get my drill bit. Whoopsie, you dropped it. I get this drill bit here. It's a nice drill bit. It's meant to drill through 7/8 inch thick. Or so. Got this little thing here. It's a hole saw, or a hole saw drill bit. And I'm gonna try to utilize this flat spot and drill it as close as I can to the center. So, got a handy dandy little clamp here. Oops. I'm going to clamp this down. There. Got a drill. Now I was gonna grind that top piece off, but I think I'm just gonna try to drill right down through it all. I don't think there's any reason to grind it off if I can drill it right where it is. So here we go. Let's see. It's working. Okay, look at that. Well, that's in there. There we go. And because this hole saw has a little spring on it there, and it helps pop the piece out. That worked good. All right, let's take this off. Take that off there. Look at that. Perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to reassemble this real quick and get that pipe, cut that down, and we'll see if that fits in the hole. So I'll be right back. Alright, so we got that hole. I got the pipe and it fits, but it's a little too loose. I mean, if it's in there good, it's almost a perfect fit. But I have to cut this stovepipe down so it's more realistic and it fits in the video for when we try to make it work. So let's cut this down on my little outdoors workbench here. I don't know, something like, probably only want 8-10 inches or so. So, get this saw here. And why am I not plugged in? Technical difficulties. Hold. Alright, we're back. For some reason the breaker was off in my garage, so I couldn't cut. Alright, that's more of a normal size stovepipe, right? Fit right in there like that. Perfect. So now, now that I'm done using power tools, let's put this thing back together. that was the bottom. We have the back. See, the reason why I don't think this is supposed to work, look how thin that is. That is some real thin metal. If it does work, even a little bit, that wouldn't be a hard piece to make out of a thicker material. So we're gonna put this all back together. We remember how it went. Except for the door fell off. I need to find the pin for that. This goes down through. And that goes all in there. Like so. This screwdriver just barely fits in there. Okay. So that's all together. Find the pin for my door. And what happened to that? Now this, oh, ooh, that is like a perfect fit. I have to find some, I think I have some stovepipe caulking. It just seals up stovepipe. Maybe I can do it with that, or maybe solder. Solder it. That's how that's gonna look after I fix the door. So there we have it. I mean, that looks like a good little working wood stove, right? I'll go find a little nail for that. Get this soldered up. I'll go find the materials for that and be right back. Okay, we are back. I went and got some materials, rubber gloves, got some furnace cement, sandpaper. And what I'm thinking of doing is scuffing up the bottom just enough to get rid of the paint. That. I think the furnace cement will adhere better. Adhere, be more adhesive. It will stick more. Keep it simple, right? So that is cleaned off. And I think I should scuff up, even though we just drilled through it. Try to take as much of that paint off. Cast iron part. I think that will help make it stick or adhere better. Okay. Now I probably should coat. Alright. Squared a little bit of this stuff out. And coat this real well. Oh. See how long this stuff takes to set up, but it seems to be setting up fairly quick. I'm just gonna twist it in there. Make sure to twist it around to get it coated on all sides here. Use my finger to push it right down in. See how far down in the pipe is. I don't want it in very far. That looks mint. Looks perfect. Sealed up good. It doesn't. You're gonna have to use a pretty good bit of it. Oops. Sets up almost like concrete. That's all right. The more the merrier. We'll do what we have to. No big deal. All right. That should seal it up. Seal the deal. So there we go. I think the rest of it's pretty well sealed up. Gloves off? Well, now I need to find something to attach the door. Okay everybody, we are back. I have set up a little table here with a glass top. We can't catch anything on fire, or shouldn't. This has fully set up. Oh, I'm losing my paper, the wind's blowing a little bit. This has fully set up the cement that we put along the top to seal up the stovepipe. So that's all sealed, and I fixed the door hinge. So let's see if we can get a fire started in it. I do have a couple methods here. I have the old trusty match, the lighter, and if worst comes to worst, because it's a small area to be trying to build a fire in, I have a mini torch. We can try to get that. So what I'm going to do first, take some of this paper, rip it up, and put a couple small pieces in there first. Get that paper to sit up above those vents a little bit that are in there. Put those in. A little bit of paper. I got some dried leaves here. Put that in. We'll pile in some sticks, or what would represent logs in this case. They're so, I mean, that's a pretty scale log in it. You know, that's an all-nighter. If you burn wood, you know what an all-nighter is. I'm gonna see if this works here. I got a good little amount of sticks in there. See if we can get a match to light that. Zoom in a little bit. Match here. It's a little windy, like I said, so this might be interesting. Try to do this between breezes. Yeah. Misfire number 1. Oh, misfire number 2. You know what? I'm gonna cheat and put a bunch of matches together. We have flames. We have fire. Alright. Get some fire. We got fire happening. Put some wood in that fire. Oh no, it's going out. Oh no. You know what? Let's hit this torch. Get it going. Look at that. Oh look, even the chimney's working. The chimney's working. Let's shut the doors. Oh, that's warm. That is warm already. Can't even see the smoke, can you? Well, look at that. I'm gonna have to get a hold of the guy that makes those miniature axes, and those miniature knives and things, to maybe he can make me some miniature fire pokers. Or look at that, huh? Look at that thing burn. We made a toy or a replica of an antique. Burn wood for real. Let's fill this sucker up. Stoker. Let's stoke her up. See how long she burns. Looks like it's burning off some paint. Oh yeah. Burning off some paint in good shape. Smoking. Of course, it's got to cure that caulking that we put on there too. There we go. A little breeze will help. Ooh, shut the door before you catch the house on fire. Would you look at that? It's burning. There's flame in there. Can you see the? See if I can zoom in so you can get this. I mean, it is smoking out of the chimney. I can't believe it. It works. Pretty neat. Ouch, hot. Look at that. It's burning off those little pine logs that we got in there. These little scale pine logs. You could heat a dollhouse real good. Uh-oh, we got something going on. I don't like it when you open the door. It smokes a lot. Well, there you have it. Smoking out the chimney. It's working. From a replica wood stove to a working wood stove. Pretty neat. What do you think? Good little project for the day. Good little video. If you liked it and enjoyed it, share it. Subscribe. Watch it a couple times. You can do this at home. You just, with parental supervision and a little bit of ingenuity and know-how, you can make yourself a little wood stove. I mean, it's burning the paint off still. We'll see how long it lasts. But you never know until you test it out. So, like, subscribe, share. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, bye-bye.